इतना सा फर्क है कुछ होने में और बहुत कुछ होने में। इतना सा फर्क है एक बार सोच के छोड़ देने में और लग के कर दिखाने में। मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटेगी और सुबह 4 बजे उठ के सोचने में कि अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी कि एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत हैं पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us on this webinar called Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai is a webinar series presented by the management of Franchise India every day at 12 o'clock in the afternoon with an aim to introduce you to a new business opportunity. Every day we bring exciting and high potential franchise business from across the industry. Over the past 27 years, Franchise India has been proud to help thousands of investors finding the right franchise business opportunity and successfully start their entrepreneurial journey. Franchise India, as world's largest integrated franchise solution company, our role is to ensure that your investment is safe by taking an informed decision and your journey from an investor to entrepreneur is smooth and successful. The objective of this webinar is to give you a direct opportunity to connect with the brand founders, the key stakeholders, and understand this business opportunity in detail, and also openly ask any sort of question which you may have related to franchise investment growth before you take the actual decision. In today's webinar, we are going to talk about a business opportunity with a fast-growing streetwear fashion brand called Trendzilla. Trendzilla was established in 2018 under JTJ Retail Outlet Chain Private Limited, built around the youth-driven, bold and expressive fashion. With its core philosophy of elevating the streets, the brand blends raw street culture, modern aesthetic, and a premium quality to create apparel that strongly resonate with Gen Z and millennial consumers. Inspired by music, art, and everyday street life, Trendzilla goes beyond clothing to position itself as a lifestyle movement that promotes individuality, confidence, and self-expression. Alongside its strong brand identity, Trendzilla offers a highly scalable and flexible franchise opportunity through COFO, company-owned franchise operated, FOCO, franchise owned and company operated, and franchise-owned franchise operated model, making it suitable for both new and experienced investors. With relatively low entry barriers, high margin potential of up to 50%, and companies supported operations, and a sale or return inventory model that reduces the risk, brand positioning a compelling business proportion. This brand is now expanding through franchising, and to talk are the same. I'm joined with the founder himself. We have Furkan, who's the founder of this brand, along with my colleague Monica, who's the key account manager, taking care of this franchise expansion. But before I invite Furkan to talk more about the brand and the business, I would also like to inform all our viewers that you also have a good opportunity to speak to directly to the founder. I mean, in case if you have any question, you please keep on posting your queries into the Q&A box, and we will take them during the presentation. So it is going to be a good webinar. It's a good opportunity to understand the different formats, different very affordable formats, and a trendy kind of business. So I'll now invite Furkan to let's get started with a little bit of your introduction, and then we will move on to the presentation part. Yeah, over to you, Furkan.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody. I am Furkan. Basically, I'm from Ujjain, Madhya Pradesh, and I have cleared IIT JEE many years back, and I did BTech from NIT Trichy. And after working Bhabha Atomic Research Center, I have started my first tech startup, which didn't do well. So I got into food, and we made it a 100 crore valued business. I have exited from that food business, and now from last 7 years, starting from 2018, we have made Trendzilla a known name for the common people, basically youngsters, people from 18 to 35 age group. Me, my partner Ankita, and Major Rizwan Khan, we started this brand Trendzilla with a clear vision that we want to disrupt the fashion industry. Like when we see Reliance Jio, the Reliance Jio has brought a disruptive change in the entire telecom industry. The data which was very expensive before now has become very cheap. Similarly, what we understood in clothing industry worldwide, there is a organized loot. A product which is made in 200 to 400 rupees is generally sold in 5,000 to 20,000 in the normal market brands. So they charge a very high premium to the customers. And here we have changed this entire thing by removing, of course, 5 mediators in between from making the fabric and importing that fabric to manufacturing it as a product. We've got all 5 middlemen removed. We don't make the fabric, but we make our own jeans. We make shirt, t-shirt, and jeans, and we manufacture our own designs, and that's why we're able to make it very cheap, still in good quality, because we make our own products and we put a special craftsmanship. So product wise, if you want to understand what Trendzilla is offering, it is giving all that type of products what is in diesel. So if you ever visit diesel store, you can see the denims, the jeans which you generally see between 40,000 to 1 lakh rupee. That type of denim we are providing in 2,000 to 4,000 rupees. So there are complex denims. That kind of jeans you will not generally see in Levi's or Tommy Hilfiger. Tommy Hilfiger, Levi's, all these brands, they make very simple jeans. We make difficult jeans, which is typical craftsmanship, which generally is not available in most part of the Indian market. So all our shirts, once you put the button in the shirt, then only you will understand that there is a story behind it. Maybe the Greek mythology, what Lord Zeus is doing with his spear, that all meaning will be there in the shirt once you put the button. So all this type of products are generally loved by Gen Z. All what we make is for men and women between the age of 18 to 35. And this Gen Z doesn't get all what they are looking for from the existing brands, because in all the existing brands, they are getting mostly formal clothing. And there are too many brands of formal clothing worldwide. You can easily go to Raymond's and Go Colors or many of these brands which just offer formal clothing which people can wear in the office. But there is no brand which can help them to wear something after their office or in the weekends or in a party or when they just want to chill with friends. So for all such purposes, there is no specific brand. And if some brands have come like Diesel, they are way too expensive. When a t-shirt starting price is 10,000, not even rich people will be keen to buy regularly. So what we have devised is something affordable and very trendy for all the young people, for all people who are going to college or who are new in their first job or second job, or people who generally like to look trendy and do not want to spend too much. So the I like being in Delhi. We see every winter and summer there is a clearance sale in Zara. So there is 1 hour queue in that Zara sales because people want to have that good fashion at low prices. But in Trendzilla, they can get that prices round the year. We start our t-shirts and shirts from 500 rupees, and majority of the product is in between 500 to 1200. Like 70% of the product is priced between 500 to 1200. So we are a company which has the fashion of Zara and Diesel and the price of Zudio. So this is what even we promote digitally, and that's why we are very well known that we sell Zara's fashion in Zudio's price. We don't sell fashion which is generally sold in Zudio because that is too simple, and Gen Z don't like very simple things. They want to look different and they want to look cool. That's what we work on.
So Furkan, like how many stores you have, and based on your experience so far, how do you find the trend is not only in Delhi, but also, you must have done some sort of what do you call research that how these products are in demand in different part of country as well.
We have 35 stores in total right now, and we do have across various geography, starting from West Delhi, South Delhi to Meerut UP or Prayagraj UP, Indore MP, Ahmedabad Gujarat, Silchar and Guwahati in Assam, and near Lumbini in Nepal. So across various geographies, what we have found is people really get surprised that this type of fashion is available in this dirt cheap prices. So the only thing we have to do when we open any showroom anywhere, we just have to inform people that we are available, and they themselves come down to visit us. Because, and we have taken feedback from a lot of customers that you have seen a digital ad that you have got a lot of fashions here and 500 rupees. Do you feel cheated, or do you feel happy like coming 10 kilometer, 20 kilometer from some distant place to that shop? But they feel delighted because the Gen Zs are so happy that at least some brand is there who understand what they want to wear. Because Gen Z want to wear something which Honey Singh, Karan Aujla, the famous rappers, Nazi and Divine, all these people, whatever they are wearing, Gen Z want to wear that, but they don't have that much money. So the experience has been very good across all geographies, that people love what we make and they love the prices we are delivering it, and they keep asking every time when is the next collection coming, because it's never enough for them, because now they can simply just walk in with 1000 rupee and buy 2 product of ours. They hardly can do anything like this in the fashion of their choice in any brand available in India. You will not be able to have this kind of fashion at this price. So the
So
journey
Furkan,
has
what all
been
products you have in your stores? Like, is it only clothings or you also have accessories and other products?
we have caps and accessories. So like the rings, bracelet, and chain, all what can make them look like a DJ or a rapper. So it will not be typically what you can get in a jewelry shop. Whatever accessories we keep is very unique, with some skeleton or something very strange in that accessories. Yes, we do have accessories and people love that accessories. It's typically Gen Z accessories.
And how has been the demand? I mean, out of 35 stores which you are running already, could you please also help us share like how many of them are in Delhi and you know and outside Delhi?
So we initially started with Delhi. We initially started with Delhi cantonment. Being from army family, we initially started from there. Then we got into Delhi metro. We have also made multiple kiosk in very high footfall stations of Delhi metro like Kashmiri Gate, Haus Khas, INA, Chandni Chowk, then Kirti Nagar, Netaji Subhash Place, Sarojini Nagar, Sector 52, Noida, and we have got uh, showrooms in Hoska's village of Delhi and Rajouri market of Delhi. So in Delhi, we have initially started to understand the urban fashion. And then what we are doing, like what happens in the cycle of fashion when the fashion starts from Silicon, from California or Hollywood, you say, and then it starts moving to European countries and then to India, or sometimes this fashion also comes from Japan and Korea. And when it reaches India, it almost takes 1 to 2 years. Then in 5 years' time, it reaches tier three and tier four. What we want to do is we just want to reduce this gap. The moment it is there in Hollywood, we want this to reach the tier three, tier four the same day. What people can see in the Hollywood movies, they can wear it the next day from Trendzilla. So that way we keep the latest fashion available everywhere. That's how even Zara started in the beginning. Now just they have got lazy about it. So we keep the most latest fashion everywhere available. So it's not just about urban cities. It can go in tier two, tier three, and tier one, of course.
So how has been the demand like in case I mean, if you will compare it with the Delhi and the tier 2 or 3 cities wherever you are, and also I mean, would like to know more about your the design team, in-house design, or like, or you source it from somewhere. How is it, by the way?
So actually, we have see, I have a tech background, so we don't use many fashion designers. We have our AI agents who sits with our fashion designers who are basically from NIFT Delhi, and using our tech, we make very unique designs. So that design doesn't exist anywhere, neither in Zara or Diesel or anywhere in the world. The designs are very unique. You don't find it anywhere, and that we make it in house then. Thereafter, we do everything in the processing and we make that design, and that design is a serious craftsmanship. Not everyone can make that type of designs. Especially in Indian factories, you won't be able to make that type of designs because in Indian factories, India even being the top 5 exporter of clothing, we make the most simple designs in the world. So that's why we were forced to start our own factory when we were not able to get it manufactured anywhere. And the response has been very good in tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. The only thing we very particularly have learned is there is an old market in every city. We don't fit to that old market. So the new markets of any city, even tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, we do very well. If we enter the old market of any city, that's the only place people don't understand our fashion. Rest all tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, we do very well. We have done monthly sales of even 36 lakh in a month from one store. So this kind of response people have given us in normal days.
Right. Furkan, can you also please help us understand, I mean, the overall demand and the sales in kiosk and versus the showroom, and how much is the average price product, right? And what is the ticket size like?
So there are two different set of designs and product we make. Like in the kiosk model, the products start from 100 rupee t-shirt. We sell a t-shirt, one piece of it in cotton or in sports fabric in 100 rupees to the end customer, including all the GST. So that 100 rupees t-shirt to 350 rupees t-shirt is what is the majority of the product in the kiosk is available for. And that kiosk mostly we are running right now in Delhi Metro. And in showroom, we keep the prices from 500 rupees till mostly 2000 rupees. And majority products are in between 500 to 1200. So the basic categories we are working on is shirt, t-shirt, jeans, track pant, and shorts. This is unisex products, which both men and women between 18 to 35 buy it from us. And in kiosk model, we are able to have an average sale per kiosk of roughly, you can say 12.5 lakh is what average we have got across all the 10 kiosks we are running in Delhi Metro. And it does vary month-wise, but average we have found it is 12.5 lakh monthly. In showroom, we have found variable sales from 5 lakh to 15 lakh per month. We have got this type of sales in the showroom, and compared to the kiosk, the price is definitely higher. But the product, their quality itself is very different what we keep it in showroom. In showroom, whatever we are keeping, it will stay for 30 washes. Means you can take a t-shirt and you can use it for almost 6 months. It won't have any problem if you keep wearing it regularly. In showroom, that's why we are able to give a margin of 50% to the franchisee on all the products. And if something is not getting sold, they can return it back to us. See, this is what we have achieved in last 7 years, that every piece what we manufacture is being sold. We have 0.0 dead inventories. Mostly why people go for food rather than clothing franchisees, because in food they see 4 or 5% wastage of food is happening. In clothing they see 30 to 50% of the stocks never get sold. And that's the first thing we have cured, that every piece has to sell, because we manufacture less than the demand. If the demand for a t-shirt is there for 2000 pieces, we'll make it 1000 pieces. We create a scarcity so that people will want it more. And by the time, if they decide it late, the product is finished and the new design comes. So that's how fast fashion works. And in the Delhi Metro model, we want to work on very thin margins. So there we offer only 10% of the revenue to the franchisee. But in that Delhi Metro model, we actually are paying the rent ourselves, electricity maintenance. Only one manpower cost comes on the franchisee. Rest everything is borne by the company itself.
So
So we
Furkan,
can, yeah, please.
also, if you could just help us understand, like your marketing strategy, and also, I mean, I have seen a lot of similar kind of formats, on the metro and in markets like Rajouri Garden or the House Khas. So, how would you differentiate yourself with those competitors, and also tell us more about your marketing strategy for these products?
Very interesting. Actually, whatever people are doing, suppose maybe in the same geography, whatever we are doing. So, first thing is the difference comes from the quality of product, the sizes of the product. If someone tries to copy us, they are not able to make the right sizes, the right quality, as well as the trendy designs. And aesthetically, their outlets also won't look like us. So, see, India largely has 10 lakh 8 to 10 lakh stores wherein jeans, shirt, and t-shirts are being sold. So in that 8 lakh store market, the majority market is unorganized. So there is no standard form of interiors. There is no standard sizes there. In India, mostly the clothing has been manufactured by unorganized players, and they do make undersized products. Then the lint, what we call as bur in Punjabi and rua in Hindi. So that balls, they are generated because the kind of blending they do in the fabric of polyester in cotton, that may look like cotton, but it's not real cotton, and that's why it starts spoiling. So all these other shops, they don't get that repeat customers. What repeat customers we have? We have almost 90% people coming back to us. And in the long run, if you say in the whole year, 100% people return back. But every 2 months, you can say 70 to 90% people come back to us. Because whatever we are delivering, at whatever price we are giving, is street ahead of whatever any of the competition can ever do. And what was your other question? I
No, the
just
marketing.
skipped that. Yes. So see, in Delhi Metro, we don't do any marketing. Because wherever we have a kiosk is generally between places wherein the footfall is between 1 lakh to 3 lakh people daily traveling from there. So if you see our Delhi Metro kiosk, we are visible to 1.5 million people, 15 lakh people every day. So we are very well visible and people know us very well. And for showrooms, which are not there in Delhi Metro, there we go for three type of marketing. One is the influencer marketing. Whenever a new showroom is made, we spend heavily on influencers. Second, we make paid ads and we regularly run that ads in Google and Instagram. And the third thing, which you will find it very rare in clothing industry, we give free t-shirts to the first 500 customers, and all that cost is on the company. So that type of promotion, that you just follow us in Instagram and visit the showroom in that particular city which we have opened there. So without any billing, just they will visit and see us. We'll give them a free t-shirt. So that type of aggressive marketing campaigns we have, so that, because see, our first priority is franchisee. Because if we can make 100 franchisees as millionaires, they will easily make us a $1 billion company. So we will make sure that 100 to 1,000 first franchisees anyhow become millionaires due to us. So that each one of them bring us 10 more franchisees in a referral way, and we make it big, very big, because we just at least should have 10,000 stores, and the only way to have 10,000 stores is to make real friends. So we are very aggressive in marketing for any of our showrooms.
Fantastic. Let's now move on to the franchise business model that you're offering. Yeah.
So the first model is Delhi Metro, and this model is specifically is for people who live in Delhi NCR. Because in this model, we want people who have time only to join us, who are physically available only can give time to it. Wherein the investment is 12 lakh rupees and there is a 3 lakh franchisee fee. Franchisee fee is non-refundable. This 12 lakh rupees 100% refundable amount. So to say, we keep 1 year lock-in. So after 1 year, the person, if they don't want to give time to this business, they can take back their 12 lakh rupees and monthly earning will be transferred to them monthly. Here we make a kiosk of 50 square feet, wherein the expected earning sales will be generally between 12 to 15 lakhs. it does reach to 30-35 lakhs in some months, but on an average, it goes between 12 to 15 lakhs. So to say if 10% of the revenue which we share with the franchisee get typically, suppose in 12.5 lakh monthly sale, they get 1.25 lakh. In that 1.25 lakh, they'll have one manpower and the cost of goods movement, because we have a factory in Mayapuri, Delhi. So from Mayapuri to the store, whatever goods are being moved and the carry bags being used, that totally will cost them 25,000. Rest 1 lakh they can save. The total challenge in this company owned stores, these are all functional stores. The main challenge what we find here is too much cash is a burden on us. Like sometimes our cashiers, like our area manager didn't visit the store for 7 days, and there was a cash piled up of 4 lakh with the cashier, and the cashier ran away with that 4 lakh. So here the sales is not a challenge. The challenge is how to manage that cash. So for that reason, we are very clear, people who cannot visit the store daily, we don't want them to associate with us, and we won't give such people Delhi Metro kiosks as franchisee, because they will finally not make money. And our clear purpose is the franchisee should make money, and if he doesn't have time, he cannot make money here, because the cash will be too high. The salesman's salary is 18,000. Once he see 3,000 cash with him in 4 days, 3 days, he can run away with that money. So it's operation intensive business. Stocks keep coming in, it keeps going, like every 3 days we are totally sold out. Whatever is there in the store, most part of it is sold out in 3 days. So somebody who lives in Delhi NCR and has time to refill the stock and stay aware about what stock is getting sold and what he should refill with, that person will easily make 1 lakh rupee monthly, because even we are giving here in a guaranteed earning of 50,000 per month. So if there is no sales happening, suppose a theoretical case, if there is no sales happening, we'll still give them 50,000 rupees for being associated with us, because there is no such month wherein we don't get that low sales. So 50,000 is a guarantee we are providing. Guarantee is something nobody provides in business, but we are able to provide it in Delhi Metro. Why only Delhi Metro? Because the kind of footfall Delhi Metro is giving us is huge. So there is never any downfall in sales. Now, moving, is there any question somebody has about Delhi Metro kiosk model?
Not yet, but I would like to request all our viewers, and this is indeed a good opportunity. I mean, COFO model, you really find this franchise model in India. This is a good one. I think 50,000 rupee is assured, uh, guaranteed return, right? That is what you get per month. And out of 15 lakh rupee, 5 lakh rupee will be refunded in case if you discontinue with this. So overall, I think within a year, 6 plus 5, 11 is already there in your pocket. I mean, you won't lose. And also, I mean, see, your role is only going to be there to take care of that business, isn't it? Furkan.
I'll just correct here. I'll more details about it. Like somebody has come with 15 lakh rupees. For the first month, suppose the sale is 14 lakh.
Okay.
10% of the sale is 1.4 lakh. So they get that 1.4 lakh the same time. Next
Right.
month, the sale is suppose 17 lakh. They get
Right.
1.7 lakh the same month.
Right.
At the end of the year, suppose in December they got 32 lakhs. We did sales of 36 lakhs also. So they got 32 lakh as that month sale. So they make 3.2 lakh. Now they say, I'm tired of managing this cash and I'm okay with the money I have earned. I want to exit. All the money every month they have taken is their money.
Got it.
12 lakh we will refund. Only 3 lakh is not refundable.
Okay.
12 lakh, what they have given is a security deposit. Why we take the security deposit? We take the security deposit because when we issue the stock from warehouse, we don't take the money for it. We let them sell it. At the end of the month only we will make accounts. So that's why something of that person should be there with us, because the movement is huge.
Got it.
So total risk in this business is of 3 lakhs and assured return is of 6 lakh anyway. That suppose, for example, something happened with the Iran war, and because of that people have stopped coming on the stations also, and the sales goes to 4 lakh in the month. Then the guarantee comes in that any day, any month, you cannot have less than 50,000 monthly earning. So that 50,000 monthly earning will be transferred to them. So all the money what they are giving, other than the 3 lakh franchisee fee, everything is refundable only.
Absolutely.
So if they are coming with that 12 lakh, that 12 lakh is refundable. It is just a security deposit.
But give me only
Correct.
list of those brands and their brands which we
Should we move on to the next now? Yeah.
who save this area.
So the second model is of showroom. In that showroom model, the total investment will be 18 lakh, 3 lakh is the franchisee fee, 15 lakh is the investment which people are making for mainly two things. One is the interior and other is the stock. And as well as the third thing is the rental. So for the first 1 year, rent to the value of 50,000 will be given by the company. So it is like company want to take that risk because we believe in our products. And if the location is fine if it is the right location in the city, we mostly will be doing well only. So 50,000 monthly rent the company will provide for 1 year. The company will do everything in interior and will give a functional running showroom to the franchisee. Now, suppose you make in the beginning 5 lakh in a month sales. So 25% of that money will be going to the franchisee. So in that case, you make out 1.25 lakh. In that, whatever manpower or electricity cost is there, that will be borne by the franchisee. Rent will be paid by the company. Now, in this model, suppose the sales goes 10 lakh, 25% of it, which will be 2.5 lakh. So mostly on amount like 2.2 lakh, you can easily save. And this happens few months down the line, once the outlet is stable and people know it, that it is there. So in the second year of this model, we increase the sale share to 35%, and then the company stops paying rent because the store definitely becomes profitable at the end of the year. And the franchisee deserves more sale share when they are paying the rent also. So, any questions for the second model? Here, whatever is not sold is taken back by the company.
Right. That's the best part.
See,
Okay,
like it's there are 4 sizes. Suppose the jeans is there in 4 sizes. 3 sizes are being sold and the 4th size is not being sold. You can just send that 4th size back to us. No brand in the world is doing this. The most of the wholesale or anybody who is there in this commodity business, they mostly don't take back the stock. If somebody takes back the stock, they don't take it back in this way, that out of 50 pieces, 2 pieces are left, so send it back to the brand. So we give that option that any piece is left with you, send it back to us, because we are able to sell every piece of whatever we make.
It is there, so probably 5 years we can.
And here 5 lakh is refundable. Suppose at the end of 1 year, the franchisee says that I am not very keen in this business. Then 5 lakh is what we refund it in. So out of 18 lakh investment, 5 lakh is refundable in this model. And this type of store you can open anywhere in the city you are living in. And now the new model we are bringing in from next month in these showrooms, we are bringing quick commerce in all these stores. So what we are working on is same day delivery in that city in 1 to 2 hours. So we have got delivery partners and they will be providing that same day delivery service. So we want to become the Blinkit or Zepto of t-shirts. You just order the t-shirt in 1 to 2 hours, the t-shirt is there with you.
I think Vishal, the brand is okay. I
Wow.
think that
Let's move on to the third model.
The third model is mostly for people who have their own properties and they don't have to bear the rent. So, or people who are outside India, anybody can use this model in which we are just charging 6 lakh rupee. 3 lakh is the franchisee fee, and the other 3 lakh rupees we are providing most part of the interior, from LED branding board to fixtures to entire focus COB lights, billing software, laptops, barcode scanner, and entire digital marketing. For 3 years, we are providing to them sales staff training. And here also we have the same. Either you sell all the stock or whatever is not getting sold, return back it to us. Here we don't do 2 3 things. One is the paint work, the electrical wire circuit we don't make, and the changing room and billing counter we don't make. This is made by the franchisee here, and 50% of the margin. So whatever we sell in 500 rupees, 250 goes to the franchisee. If the product is of 1500, 750 directly goes to the franchisee. Any questions about this model?
No, let's move on to the next.
So people who want we to run a store and they do not have time for being operational partner in it, they can associate with our dark store, which we are starting from this month in Mayapuri, Delhi. So we are working on delivering t-shirt, jeans, and other products in 30 minutes in Delhi NCR. So maximum 60 minutes. So within 60 minutes, we are planning to deliver products. So it will be company operated store. Here we are giving an investment opportunity wherein 3 lakh is the franchisee fee, 15 lakh is the deposit. Revenue share will be given to the franchisee or minimum assured 2% return on investment. So like 15 lakh they have invested. So 2% return is 30,000. So minimum we will give you anyway 30,000. Here the company will operate this showroom and dark store. And for higher sales, they can have a higher share of it. But there is a assured earning in this model. And here, out of that 18 lakh, 15 lakh is again fully refundable. So here we have a lock-in of 3 years. So today you give us 18 lakh, 3 lakh franchisee fee, 15 lakh as the investment. Minimum assured earning of 30,000 starts from the day you give us the money every month, or revenue share of 5%. Suppose we make a sale of 20 lakh for the first money from this store, 5% of it is 1 lakh. You will keep getting that 1 lakh or whatever sale we are doing from here. And but minimum assured, suppose the sale is low, the minimum assured guarantee will come here. You'll anyway get 30,000 for the month being associated with us. And this 15 lakh is totally refundable at the end of 3 years. Every month you will get the minimum share or minimum assured guarantee or revenue share, whichever is higher. Any questions about it?
Right. Let's move on to our last, the franchise model, which is FOFO, franchise owned, franchise operated.
In that franchisee owned, franchisee operated model, that's the model which we are giving for 6 lakh. And in that 6 lakh model, they are finally going to operate it. They will be owning it. So it's the same model which we have. I have explained the 6 lakh. It's franchisee on franchisee operated model.
Right.
So
I think we already have discussed all our the business models available in India. I mean, we are primarily looking for this expansion pan-India. See, the best part is that we have a mixture of both the models like COFO and FOFO. We are also joined with Ms. Sonia Chaudhary. She's the Managing Director, the Franchise India Group. Welcome, ma'am. I would also request her to share her, the remarks on these opportunities for the investors.
Thanks, Bharat, and thank you, Furkan. I just overheard the entire presentation, and I will also request all our friends who have joined in, any questions that you have on the models which have been shared. We look forward to hearing from you, and we'll take these questions on your behalf with Furkan. And just to maybe summarize the overall opportunity case, I would say Trendzilla is a new age Indian streetwear and a fast fashion brand, which is largely focusing on youth culture and rapid trend adoption, as we hear. And this is a big category because there's strong focus on fast inventory cycles, which has a quick turnover, comparatively low dead stock. It's a community-led brand building, which is built through social media, a very big community, which is a youth connect, and a massive youth fashion demand in India today, which is the largest, I would say, target audience is Gen Z population globally, and India is the largest. That is the target audience we're looking at. And out of this TG, if you look at streetwear as a category, it's one of the fastest growing fashion segments today. And there's a big gap which currently exists in the market. This is a fast fashion gap, which is a mid market, right? So India currently has on one side, what we also heard is brands like Zara, which are expensive, premium. And on the other side, we have value brands, which are the likes of Zudio. So when I talk about the value brands, these are mass standardized fashion brands, which are actually producing products in bigger lots. Trendzilla, on the other side, is a fast, trend-driven, and limited drops, as a category. So the gap exists in affordable streetwear, trend-led fashion, which they're trying to occupy this as a space. So quickly on the model, Furkan, I'll take some questions because I was seeing there are multiple models that we are taking to the market. And few questions which I'll have. One, I see there's an investment which the franchise partner is making in the contract, which is an upfront payment which he gives. A portion of that is a refundable to him. Now, and there's some amount which I see is refundable at the contract end period because it mentions when the franchise partner leaves. So is there a lock-in period or what is that leaving means? Is it before 1 year? Is there a lock-in period? If you can explain.
we have a lock-in period of 1 year, and at the end of 1 year, if the franchisee leaves, then in case of Delhi Metro, that full amount is refundable, except the 3 lakh franchisee fee to 12 lakh is totally refundable. In the case of showrooms, wherein their total investment is 15 plus 3 lakh, 3 lakh is the franchisee fee and 15 lakh is the investment, 5 lakh is refundable. So we keep a 1 year lock-in.
5 lakhs is refundable. And where is that investment put across? So if you're taking an investment from the franchise partner, is that investment put as a security towards stock?
Actually,
Because if it's a
practically,
security, idly, because I'm trying to understand if that amount is taken as a security, it is idly given back in a retail fashion model, which is SOR. So how are we
actually
treating that
part of
deposit?
the security. Because like the cost of interiors, the amount of rent we pay, overall itself is not 15 lakh is not sufficient. So what we do, we have got our strategic investors, and from that corpus we take out at least 10 to 15 lakhs. So 15 lakh comes from franchisee, 15 lakh comes from our company, and that's how we make a showroom functional. But we want our franchisees to be benefited through us, and In case of some failure, the failure can happen only if the location is very wrong, wherein the Gen Z are not able to reach in that 10 kilometers. So in case of that failure, the company will be in very huge loss, but the franchisee will at least get something back. 5 lakh is coming back to them. But otherwise, in terms of interiors, in terms of rent we pay for the year, and in terms of the stock we keep in the display, the investment is huge.
I'll go a little, deeper to understand the overall store unit economics. And, so typically, if you talk about different formats, what is the average stock turn? What is the average inventory that we keep in a store? Say, store which is at the metros, comparatively the size of the store is small. Then we have bigger areas, 500, 1000, 1500. So what is the average inventory that we keep on the stores is something I would like to understand. And proportionate to that, what is the inventory turn? Because you're running about 35 locations in different formats across North India, some in Northeast and some parts of Gujarat. So what is the average stock turn that you've seen across these formats?
See, in generally showrooms, we keep an inventory between 10 to 15 lakhs anytime, and the rotation happens in a month. And in Delhi Metro, we keep inventory of 3 lakh rupees at a time, and the rotation generally happen in 3 to 4 days.
So अगर मैं
So
साल का समझूं, if I'm keeping a stock, so this is the MRP pricing that you're saying. So we keep a value of 3 lakhs at the MRP level or at the transfer pricing. We're not transferring
no,
anything. So this is the
put
MRP.
the MRP.
उसमें annual stock turn. So for example, a 3 lakh stock will turn how many times annually?
3 lakh stock will generally turn between annually we didn't calculate, but in a month it will
तो अगर मैं
be at
annual
least
sales की बात करूं या monthly sales
but
की बात करूं ना 3 lakh inventory, how much would that be?
see, we rotate this in inventory twice in a week. So 8 times in a month we are rotating it. So you can say yearly the rotation will be like
So are we doing
almost
24
8
lakh sale कर
times.
रहा है हमारा metro is doing 24 lakh sales? You're saying 8 times you're turning in a month. So अगर 3 लाख का inventory 8 times turn करते
Metro
हैं.
sales we've even done 30 to 36 lakh in a month also.
Okay. So that's a very
And it goes cyclic. In metro, the sales is not uniform round the year. It dips to 8 lakh in a month also, and it goes as high as 36 lakh in a month also. So the average what we have got is 12.5 lakh.
okay.
It's all happening because whatever we are giving is value for money, and so many people see us that whatever we are delivering is what they are looking for. So we have fulfilled their dream actually.
And what is the comparison you would give from locations, because these are captive audience at the metros versus high streets or I would say retail markets? What is the comparison of stock turn and the overall trends that you've seen in these markets? So I see you have a bigger stock turn at the metros. Now, if you compare that with other locations, showrooms, what kind of stock turn have you seen where you keep a stock level of say 15 odd lakhs? So what is the kind of stock turn we have seen in these locations?
There we rotate the inventory in a month. So
Okay.
so that stock finishes. It takes at least a month. In a month, it has to be refilled. And the people who come to showroom, they are looking for better products, better quality, better designs, and they don't have a problem paying 1,000 rupees. And when we do business in Delhi Metro, people first think about the price, then they think about the design or quality. So they're the primary, because nobody comes to a railway station to buy something. But we have kept such killer prices that they're compelled to buy now. Otherwise, they were not looking for any shopping there. Because a 100 rupee t-shirt as one piece in cotton doesn't exist anywhere. So that we have delivered. Even one design of t-shirt, we have sold almost 2 lakh pieces in one design of t-shirt, what we sell in the 100 rupees. So people are not even bored with the design because 100 rupees matters so much. Because it is like having one or two sandwiches in Delhi Metro, and in place of having two sandwiches, they bought a T-shirt. And that T-shirt will still be there for 50 washes. Till 50 washes, won't lose its color. It's a very good fabric and very well made. So that's what brings us the repeat customers.
Now, when we talk about the franchise run outlet, how do you see the expenses? So, in a 35% margin, what is the percentage that we have kept towards the rental, the staff, and other operating expenses? So, what is the net margin typically available with a franchise partner?
So the net margin, you can say, will be like 5% they have to spend in overall operations. 30% will be still left with them.
So, when we say 5% is what they have to spend, what is the rental that we are considering? Say for a 1,000 square feet of space, what rental would we consider?
I calculate the rent part in it. Suppose
Because rental would be the highest component. Typically, even in a opportunity like this, your rental would be, depending on the location, has to be about 10 to 12% on an average. So what rentals are we doing in these locations? I'm sure you would have some number to share.
yeah, rentals are generally between 5 to 10% for us currently. So typically, to say like some place we are having a rent of 50,000, and we go at a normal sale between 5 to 7 lakh. So 10% has become the rent. Some places we are doing even better with a rent of 1 lakh rupees. We have reached even sales of 20 lakh. So the rent has become 5%. So between 5 to 10%, we are managing the rent. We see what we do. We keep stores from a size of 250 square feet to maximum 1,000 square feet. So we don't push our franchisee towards the high rental models, because whatever we are selling is a value product. So people are not looking for the sizes like Zara, which is 30,000 square feet, wherein the rental goes in many crores per month. So we typically promote small sizes, small rentals, the cute looking small interior shops, and making a decent sales. So finally, it has to be profitable, because that's the main aim we have. The franchisee finally should make money.
And how about the other expenses? Say, what is the component in terms of a percentage that we take towards our salary in the overall unit economics?
So unit economics of salary, it is like 2% of the entire sales. Because what happens in other brands, like if you typically visit in Adidas or Nike, there will be one person always to attend the customer. Why that person is required? Because the customer has to buy a 20,000 rupee shoe, which was actually made for 700 rupees. So there, the salesman has to push it hard. Here, we are giving a t-shirt which is made in 230 rupees. We are giving to the customer in 500 rupees. 50% goes to the franchisee, 250 is earned by the franchisee, 20 rupees coming to the company. So here we don't have to push hard to sell the product. That's why the manpower cost will not be high. That's why we can go
What
for
is the
low
manpower
rental.
that we need? Because if I take even at the metro stores, your average sales is about 10 odd lakhs, right? So some seasons we do more, some seasons we do less. So if I take an average of 10 lakhs, 2% is about 20,000. So is that what we, and how many people typically would be there at the outlet, and what is the average salary we pay?
Average salary we paying is 18,000, and we generally keep one person most of the time. In some peak time, they can become two, because for the sales of 30 lakh and all, then two salesmen are required.
And also the staff would be on rotation, right? So they would have their
Yes.
weekly off. You need to have another staff. And one last question, and Bharat, if you have any questions, you can ask. I'd like to know, because you mentioned there are current locations at Delhi Metro which you would want to transfer to a franchisee. So how many of these such locations are available to be transferred?
We have got 4 locations now: Kirti Nagar, Netaji Subhash Place, and Kashmiri Gate. Rest already people have come by reference and they have taken the stores. Many of the franchisee are our customers. They like the product so much that they became franchisee.
And what is the age of these stores? How long they've been running?
Some stores are 5-year-old and some stores are 2-year or 1-year-old. So every store has some history, some data.
So I think this is, all the financials that we would share for existing stores would be very unique to that particular store. So you can reach out to Monica to get complete details. And I will also recommend that you go and visit these locations to understand and, have the complete experience of the brand. And before we leave, Furkan, if there's any closing remark that you want to do and make to everyone present here, I'll request you to do that.
I would really appreciate if all the listeners can visit our store. You don't need to invest. Just come and visit us. Take one of our product. See how is it for you for 1 or 2 months, and then think about whether we are worth what we are promising.
Right. Furkan, you
I'm
also
sure
help us, get us space in Metro.
We take space from Metro directly, and we are authorized contractor to Delhi Metro, as well as we can take space anywhere in India. But till we make 100 stores in Delhi Metro, we will not start Mumbai or Bangalore Metro or all other metros. But yes, we have the access. We can take directly the space. There's no middleman in between.
And how much is the typical the rental for these stores?
It's a government rent and it's a classified number. I'm not supposed to disclose. That's what we signed with Delhi Metro.
Okay.
And not everybody can take the space. It is a very complex process. Mostly people cannot. You cannot buy this space with money. You cannot take $10 million and go to Delhi Metro and get it. You will not get it. There are so many criteria that people will not be able to get it. So yes, we have a monopoly because we have access.
Got it. So in case if anyone would like to, start their own store at a particular, the metro station, would you be helping them?
Yes, we can help them.
Okay.
If they want to do some other ventures, we can get them the space.
All right. I think that's a good part. So I think this was all about today's webinar. I mean, it is a good opportunity in case if you would work, if you really want to operate a business, right? If you want to involve yourself in operating this business, I think it can be a great opportunity. In case if anyone interested in this, you can get in touch with Monica. Monica has already shared her number in the chat box. You can get in touch with her and she's going to facilitate rest of everything with Furkan. So I think that's it for the day. Thanks so much, Aswani ma'am, for coming here today, sharing your views and the thought process. Thank you so much, Furkan, for coming here today, talking about this opportunity and also helping, I would also thank Monica, my colleague, to help me drive this webinar today. So that's it for the day. See you tomorrow once again with a new brand and we'll explore another business opportunity.